I've always been fascinated by old houses, the history they hold, the stories hidden within their creaky walls, and the secrets they keep locked away. When I stumbled upon a listing for a centuries-old mansion, I knew I had to make it mine. Little did I know, this house held horrors beyond my wildest nightmares. The moment I stepped onto the property, a shiver ran down my spine. The house loomed over me like a menacing giant, its ivy-covered walls and broken windows seemingly watching my every move. But I couldn't resist its allure. I had to explore its mysteries. As I entered, the musty air enveloped me, carrying with it a scent of decay and abandonment. The wooden floors groaned beneath my feet, as if protesting my intrusion. Dust danced in the dim light filtering through cracked window panes. It was as if time itself had come to a standstill within these walls. I started my exploration in the grand foyer, where an imposing, dusty chandelier hung from the ceiling like a silent sentinel. A sinister hush filled the room, broken only by the sound of my own breathing. There was a heaviness to the atmosphere, as though an invisible weight pressed down on me. Moving deeper into the house, I noticed strange markings etched into the walls, a language unknown to me. It sent shivers down my spine, but I couldn't tear my eyes away from them. It was as if someone had tried to ward off an ancient evil, but had failed. I continued my journey through the house, uncovering room after room, each with its own eerie story to tell. In the dining room, I found a table set for a long-forgotten dinner party. The chairs were pushed back as if the guests had hastily fled, leaving their meal untouched. The air grew colder, and I could swear I heard the faint echo of laughter from another time. The library was next, a vast room filled with dusty tomes and tattered scrolls. As I ran my fingers over the spines of the books, I heard a whisper, a barely audible murmur. I spun around, expecting to find someone behind me, but the room was empty. The whispers grew louder, a chorus of spectral voices urging me to leave. But I couldn't tear myself away. Night after night, I explored the house, unable to resist its dark pull. Each room held a new horror, a new revelation. In the master bedroom, I found a blood-stained mattress and a diary filled with the ramblings of a tortured soul. The attic was a graveyard of broken toys and faded photographs, their eyes following me as I moved. But it was the basement that held the darkest secret of all. As I descended the creaky stairs, a fetid smell assaulted my senses. The basement was a labyrinth of narrow corridors and hidden chambers. In one of them, I stumbled upon a room filled with cages, their bars twisted and bent as if something had desperately tried to escape. The walls were covered in scratch marks, and the air was thick with malevolence. As I turned to leave, I heard a low growl, and the door slammed shut behind me. Panic set in as I realized I was not alone. Something was down here with me, something that should never have been unleashed. I fumbled for my phone, but it was useless in the darkness. Then I saw it, a pair of glowing eyes, like two fiery orbs in the pitch. Black room. They were getting closer, and I could hear the ragged, labored breathing of whatever was approaching. I was trapped, and there was no escape. In that moment, I understood the true horror of the house. It wasn't just a place haunted by ghosts. It was a place where nightmares were born and released into the world. And now I was face to face with one of those nightmares, a creature from the darkest depths of the human psyche. I won't go into the gruesome details of what happened next, but I can tell you that I barely escaped with my life. I ran from that house, vowing never to return. The horrors I had witnessed were too much for any one person to bear. But the house still stands, waiting for its next victim. Its whispering walls and malevolent presence continue to haunt my dreams, a constant reminder of the darkness that dwells within its decaying walls. And I can only hope that whoever comes next is wiser than I was, and that they heed the warnings that I ignored. If you enjoyed this bone-chilling tale and want more hair-raising content, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell